We gonna play now, ready for the show. I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you gotta go. Man, I'm on the chase.
Welcome to a new What If. A what if Deku had a dragon quirk? Let's get started. It's been a long time. The war has finally ended. It's over. A dragon is kneeling, his armor falling off. His back hurts. His wounds are deep. He's succumbing. You know what I'm saying. He's about to die. He knows he is. Hopefully, the younglings will live and make a better future. Many of my comrades are dead. Hopefully our deaths aren't in vain. I, General Pharaoh, the Metal Dragon, Doombringer, Kinslayer, I who manipulate the very metal in the earth, I who created weapons of devastation, can finally rest. As he dies, his body disintegrates into nothing but metal. Where shall I go from here? He hears crying. A child is crying. He hears voices. This child won't make it. He's too weak. His quirk. What is his quirk? Maybe he doesn't have one. Oh no. What are we going to do? He's going to die. A young child dying? I cannot let this happen. A baby comes into view. He's pale. No. He looks humanoid. I cannot let this child die. Maybe, just maybe, if I give him my life force, my soul, he can live. Child, live and take my power. Pharaoh is fusing with Deku's soul. Live, child. As I enter the next life, you are the new general. You are the new Metal Dragon King. Pharaoh passes away, but not into the next life. No. He's stuck in the middle. Where am I? Brother, it's another dragon. Can it be? Skybreaker, is that you? Yes, brother. Seems as though we both succumbed to our wounds on that last battle. Do you hear that crying? Yes. It's a young humanoid child. I gave him my power, but it seems as though it's not enough. What if I give him mine as well? Skybreaker, you understand what you're doing, right? In our next life, we will have to start over. Yes, but if the younglings can live, and this one as well, I'll be more than willing to give up this power and start over at zero. Who would have thought 2 Dragon Kings would agree on something? Though we were on the same side, we did butt heads a lot. Indeed. I'm just happy that dark dragon is gone. For now, we will have to be reborn the next time he is. I know. Alright. I'm heading over my power now. May he rule the skies with fury. And if they disobey him, let him break them open and distort space itself. Speed is his power, and the wind, the air, even space itself is his to control. Skybreaker gives him his power. Deku has come down. They are going on to the next life. I see. So this is what we were meant to do. I wonder what the Creator has in store for this child. In order for us to give him our power, this child must have a heavy burden on him. I agree. I wonder what's his name. Deku. No. Why do I keep hearing Deku in my head? The hero Deku. Midoriya. Midoriya is his name. His surname. Izuku Midoriya. May you grow as a warrior and as a dragon. Izuku's soul is being mutated from a regular soul into a hybrid. His soul is that of a dragon and human now. His quirk is hidden, though he will awaken it soon. At what age? Let's find out. As the dragons enter the heavens, being ready for the next life they enter, Izuku's is just beginning. Some time passed, and it's graduation day of elementary school. Izuku is playing around with his friends. Well, his so-called friends. Bakugo is forcing him to go get him something to eat, like usual. Always picking on Izuku, the quirkless boy. Everyone's always making fun of him. Either ripping up his homework, cheating off of his test, blaming him for things he didn't do. But Izuku was a nice boy. He always wanted to help people. After all, his role model is All Might, the strongest hero of all time, the pillar of peace. And one day he wants to be just like him. Izuku is writing some things in his journal, and then he sees Bakugo fall in to the river. He runs down to help, holding out his hand. Bakugo gets furious and blasts him. I do not need your help, Midoriya. Stay away from me, you quirkless fool. Izuku, not understanding why, runs home. Today's the day he's supposed to get checked for his quirk after all. He gets home. Inko's waiting for him. Are you ready, Midoriya? He's smiling. Yes, I can't wait to find out what my quirk is. Inko has a feeling, a bad feeling. As they get to the doctor calls him in. They do scans and everything. Midoriya's excited. He can't wait to hear that he has a quirk. But then he gets the bad news. He doesn't have one. Everything goes silent. Hours pass. He's at home watching All Might. He's crying. He asks his mom, will I ever be a hero? Will I ever be like All Might? She starts crying. Gives him a nice little speech. Time passes. He doesn't give up. It's graduation day of middle school. Teacher comes in. He knows everybody wants to go to UA. There's no point in asking the question. So he says, good luck in your entrance exams. And then he looks at Midoriya. Bakugo looks at Midoriya as well, noticing that he's writing something in his book. The teacher leaves. Bakugo smiles. He lets out a loud explosion into Midoriya's book. Midoriya's thrown back. What are you doing, Bakugo? Give me back my book. What have you done? It's burnt. You are quirkless, and you dare go for UA? Anybody can go for UA, Bakugo. There's no standard. You are quirkless, Midoriya. Know your place. You are nothing. Normals like you should always stay where you are, at the bottom. One thing we need from you is to make sure that the world keeps spinning. After all, you need us to protect you. You're better off as a villain, Bakugo, Midoriya says, standing up for himself. This didn't end well. Bakugo starts to beat up Midoriya, ruthless. Midoriya trying to get to his book, but Bakugo's not having it. He blasts it one more time, sending the book out through the window, charred. It lands in a little pond. As Midoriya limps his way outside to find the book, he sees it, grabs it, and starts crying. Why is my fate to always be bullied? He gets upset. His fist balled to a point where it's bleeding. And then something happens. The metal around him. There's a pole. A few of them. They're light poles. They're bending, distorting. And the wind on his left is rushing. He comes down. He thinks something's wrong. And then everything stops. And then he looks at his hands. Was that me? But I don't have a quirk. He runs home, telling his mom what happened. She doesn't know what's going on. So they go out to the beach. He tries to bend the metal again, but nothing happens. He gets upset. And then the metal starts bending. Midoriya, Izuku, it's your feelings. You need to learn how to control this, or it will run amok, his mom says. But Mom, I thought I didn't have a quirk. Maybe this is something new. Maybe you're a second gen. There have been a few whose quirk can't be... You mean, yes, you might be a second gen. I can't believe it. I have a quirk. They're smiling, crying and smiling. And then they hear explosion. Midoriya runs over, Inko trying to stop him, but it's not happening. As Deku gets to the fight, it's the sludge monster. Bakugo is being enveloped inside. The sludge monster is trying to get into his body without even thinking. A single thought. He rushes in. I'm going to be a hero. And I don't care who you are. I will save you. Deku, not noticing that he's about to rescue or try to save Bakugo. All Might is looking at him. All these pro heroes standing aside, unable to do anything, and this child just rushes in. Well, he can't stand to the side and let this happen now, can he? Letting a normal shine on him. He yells out, I am here. He pulls Midoriya to the side, grabs Bakugo. Do not worry, for I am here. Everything stands still for a moment. Deku's #1 hero. The world's #1 hero. All Might. He's here. Detroit Smash! The sludge monster gets blown away. Well done, young hero. You jumped in while no one else could. I am proud to see the new generation has someone like you in it. What is your name? Izuku Midoriya. Well, Izuku, you did well. Midoriya he's very excited. His hero's talking to him, is standing right in front of him. And from that day on, Deku made a promise to himself. He will train to master his ability to the best he can. He will become a hero that even All Might will be proud of. Midoriya starts his training early in the morning. He leaves every day to the beach, trying to manipulate the metal. Of course, it doesn't work at first, not for a week. Then he makes a breakthrough. He notices that his feelings are the catalyst. With him thinking of All Might, in that moment, he notices if he could keep that happy feeling, any feeling of happiness, then he can manipulate the metal freely. 2 months pass. The beach is cleared, much faster than in canon. Izuku has absorbed all metal and turned it into 2 small balls. He's cleaned up the rest of the beach, called the dump trucks and everything. Izuku manipulates the metal into swords, armor. And then he notices something. The metal can be manipulated into weapons, into technology. His first time doing it was gauntlets. They were emitting wind. At first, he lost control, splashing 20 feet into the ocean. It took some time for him to see that he has more than one quirk. Metal manipulation mixed with quantum metal manipulation. He's able to turn all the metal he has into technology. But then he notices he also can levitate. No, fly at high speeds. He doesn't know this is too much. 6 months has passed, 8 months in total. Midoriya is learning his new abilities quickly, but not perfectly. It'll take some time, but he has gotten a handle on making a suit of armor for himself. It looks like a knight. A metal mecha knight. It's too big, so he shrinks it down and surrounds himself. On his back, he makes stabilizers. Is this really what I can do? Maybe I can make an AI to help me with this. I'll focus on that tomorrow. For now, let's just take off and see what I can do. He spreads out his wings. He closes his eyes. He focuses his thrusters on his feet and hand. He focuses the wind on his wings. He opens the thrusters on his backs. And he lifts off into the air, a speed of unfrightening ability. He loses control, splashing into the ocean again. The armor dissipates. The metal goes back into his hands. He's smiling. I did it! And we'll leave it there for now. Hope you enjoyed.